Uganda, like many countries, has witnessed mounting pressure on its wetland resources over the years. In 1995, Uganda's wetland coverage shrank from 15.6% to just 8.9%, though recent restoration efforts have helped bring it back up to 9.3%. The government, through the National Environment Management Authority (NEMA) and the Ministry of Water and Environment, has launched several eviction operations across the country to protect and restore wetlands. One of the wetlands targeted for restoration was Lubigi. During these operations, foreign materials introduced into the ecosystem, such as buildings, invasive plants, and other human-made structures, were removed. Traditionally, two broadly contrasting forms of restoration approaches are recognized: active and passive, the latter also often referred to as natural regeneration. Let's revisit Lubigi wetland and see what's been happening since the eviction. Emmanuel Sobozi, the Principal Environment Officer at NEMA, overseeing wetlands and water resources, explains how natural regeneration works.
It requires, for example, removing all the disturbance from a wetland and allowing it to recover naturally without any active planting or introducing any external plants in the wetland. So the vegetation you see here is natural. We've given a chance to the native species, which had actually been suppressed through disturbance, to recover themselves.
For this natural regeneration to occur, however, there must be certain factors to influence this success, beginning with removal of all disturbances.
The activities such as cultivation, the activities such as construction and dumping are the ones that suppress the wetland characteristics. Now, just removing those is just enough to ensure that the wetland recovers. So the water flourishes. Now, when the rains come, the normal wetland ecology, that means looking at the plants, the water, they reestablish themselves and the structure functions normally.
Naturally, a wetland structure is comprised of certain features, including papyrus and sedges, and some of these could differ from one wetland to another.
They have the capacity to overpower all the invasive species that have been introduced. Natural regeneration means the native species will actually come back, because in the context, each wetland could be having different species that thrive there. And I'm talking about animals, I'm talking about the birds, I'm talking about the plants.
This natural regeneration comes with different benefits, including its cost effectiveness and scalability.
Abandoning it has let the native species take over. So in a cost-effective way, we've managed to bring back the wetland ecology to its original condition, and it's going to get even much better without inserting in without, for example, active, which I would call like planting any species.
Beyond the above, natural regeneration also enhances resilience of the ecosystem. Factors that influence success in natural regeneration include reduced human pressures, soil conditions, and hydrological balance, among others. The level of wetland degradation also plays a role in determining which restoration method is most appropriate. However, not all wetlands can be restored through natural regeneration.
That is why we need active restoration. And this happens when there have been, for example, intensive human activity, that even the native plants have been completely suppressed. So there we do active. And active means you have to bring papyrus, you have to bring the sedges and all these wetland plants and plant them here.
With respect to climate change adaptation, increasing the amount of wetland vegetation is vital for improving and creating new thermal refuges for biodiversity. But how many wetlands have been naturally regenerated?
Everywhere people have left the wetlands regenerate very fast, because wetland regeneration takes place faster once you remove the obstacles, the houses, the debris, and you allow water recirculation. We have a target of regenerating, recovering our wetlands and encroachment from 9.3% now to fully recover our 13.9.
He says most wetlands across the country earlier encroached are recoverable.
If you go to eastern Uganda, you go to western Uganda, people have not settled in the wetlands. it is just agriculture encroachment. If you stop farming there, the wetland will come back. In less than 2 years, you will have the wetland.
I asked the executive director of the Environment Watchdog about strategies to enhance natural regeneration.
If you know an area was restored and people were removed and the area restored, we must not allow further reincursion because we shall have lost the cause. 2, we must not allow channeling. When you channel a wetland, you create channels, water channels, the water escape. Once the water escape, you start drying the wetland. So Ugandans must know that losing even 1 inch of wetland is a big loss, so we must not allow.
It's clear natural regeneration plays a crucial role in rehabilitating wetlands in the face of climate change. With its low cost, large-scale application and its ability to enhance ecosystem resilience, it's a vital tool in Uganda's restoration efforts. I'm Benjamin Jumbe, NTV EcoTalk.
This is less than 2 years.